Hello.
So I guess we'll...
Are my voice levels really that low?
I've been telling you, babe, you need to project. Speak up.
The way that yours are fucking so vibrant.
Thank you.
Yeah, your voice waves are vibrant.
You know, I've gotten that before.
It's just because yours is so low and monotone. I'm sure mine.
Yeah, it's because yours is like more.
You're a man.
Toned down.
I'm just such a man.
You're such a dude.
So manly.
Welcome back to the fucking podcast, everybody. Episode 7. Episode 7, we're here. Some of us are queer.
This is, I think, the biggest group we've had. We have 2 guests at the same time.
Well, we have had Kurt and Brooke on at the same time before.
We're definitely not as drunk, though. So this was more intentional.
Change that.
Okay.
I think that we should start this episode with a big old cheers.
Do a toast.
Before we introduce our big guest of the night. Do a toast. This is a toast to episode 7. This is a toast to making moves to get the right equipment to elevate this podcast. That is what this cheers is to, because it's only going up from here. We actually made a move today. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Clink, 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 clink.
And you better drink it, all of you.
I think we just exposed that we're not drinking out of, like, well, they don't know we're drinking wine. Not drink, like,
Yeah,
there was no clink.
No.
It was dead silent, actually.
Whenever I edit this, I turn it down to at least 70 overall. I edit the whole audio and turn it down to 70 because of this bitch right here.
Your voice.
I know, I'm loud.
Yo, whenever Alex
This wine
laughs,
tastes
it's gonna be
disgusting.
all white.
It's cheap wine.
No, like, this tastes worse than the
This
wines
is
you
mommy
brought.
wine,
no,
babe.
Like, this tastes like a dead
Let
animal.
me taste yours. Do I taste them both at the same
It tastes
time?
like wet dog, actually.
Well, you can just slide them down this end of the bar when you're
Yeah, I
done.
know I can. You know what? Maybe I'll make myself a drink.
Um,
But do a little intro.
Yeah,
I want to
a
get
little
into.
intro.
So you had texted me that we've got some stories to share. So
We do. But I mean, we're gonna get into that. That's the end of this episode because I'm gonna keep y'all around. You know what I mean? We are joined today with a long-term friend of mine.
Long-term relationship.
Yeah, long-term relationship. We go way back to college.
That was last year. Ended last year.
That was
Aren't you like still children?
No, I'm
Yeah.
I'm 30 in twink years, which is something we'll get to.
Oh my god.
I've had my 30th
Not the
birthday.
twin death.
No, I realized Friday night. We'll get into it, but we're joined with May. May is here. May.
Hi.
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 Say like a little blip about yourself, like it's the first day of class.
Oh my god, I'm the worst at that. You
I'm
just
a
tell me
Libra.
what- Okay. I'm May. I'm a Capricorn in every sense of the word. I'm here to bring honesty
Period.
and cuntiness.
Oh my god, yeah.
Ooh.
Bring it to the table. Bring it. Do you know I'm actually forbidden? I'm not
Imagine if
allowed
I
to
said
say-
that the first day of school.
You should have. Really just shown up and said who's boss.
Right.
You know, honestly. Yeah, we're sitting, we're chilling.
I'm B. The government knows me as something else, and y'all don't need to know that.
Mhm.
And so does Matt, apparently knows me as something else.
I don't anymore.
Yeah,
The government wipes
she's
my
done
brain.
too.
They pulled the whole Men in
Yeah.
Black sitch just now.
Wherever you need to find me, I'm weird shark girl. I'm an Aries. I am Alex's roommate / lifelong partner at this point.
Yeah.
We were talking about how we're gonna like not live together, but we were like, so we have to like still spend every waking moment together, right? Like,
yeah.
You get
Well, because
it.
we moved here together, and so this summer we're both getting our own places.
Oh,
so
wow.
we spent the last 2 years living together. Probably couldn't have moved here with anybody else. Like, it's worked out, but we're both
Yeah.
Are
ready.
you guys older or?
We're 20. She's 24. I'm 23.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
about to be
Yeah.
24.
We're
So
not
we're a
that
year
much
older
older.
than
Okay,
you
yeah.
guys.
Wow, so you guys are already getting your own places.
Yeah.
Good for you. Damn.
trying to.
We'll see. There's
Yeah.
like a couple spots. Hell's Kitchen is not too bad. And I will say working in service sucks most of the time, but the money is pretty good. So just trying to like start our own stuff. But like we
Yeah.
literally we had to have like a little powwow.
Yeah.
Not had to, but like we're just talking about our friendship.
Like, how
evolving
does
in
it?
that.
We're the next step. We
I
have
was
to
like,
take.
because we're still gonna hang out literally all the time.
We're hoping to like get apartments close to
Live
each
near.
other.
Yeah, I think we're both staying in Hell's Kitchen, so
Yeah.
like it'll, if anything, it'll be like 5 blocks max.
Yeah.
And then Allison and like Elio might move down here.
You're right.
It's gonna be exciting.
Cute shit ahead.
You're moving away though.
Fuck
You
you.
don't know that. And
Oh,
I
you
and,
say
and the way
this.
that you guys are like oh, you're moving away. At least in that scenario, I'm still in the city, babe, because the other option is move to Massachusetts.
I know.
We're not talking about that right now, but whatever.
You don't want to talk about it?
No, I don't want to talk
Okay.
about
Okay.
it. Because it's not it's an option that I'm seriously considering. When I'm seriously considering it, I'll let you guys know. Don't worry.
Okay. So y'all went to school together.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
We should talk about how we
Yeah,
knew
like,
each
let's-
other.
But we only like knew each other our senior year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
love
only
it.
for 1 year out of the whole 4 years.
You can take the lead on it. When's the first time you met me? What was your first impression of
No,
me,
see, I don't
May?
remember him.
I remember my first
I don't
impression of you.
You left no impression.
Wait.
Because your friend was my roommate who, like, obviously is very impressionistic.
Babe,
so I
same thing
seemed
when
like
I met him at
nothing.
B-side. I
Unimpressionable.
remembered Ben,
Zero
and then I
impression.
was like, who's Matt?
No, literally, I have no.
Good.
rec-
I
have no
remember when I
memory.
first met you.
I remember you being at the table.
I like to consider myself a beautiful ghost.
Yeah.
You are. You
Yeah,
really are.
because, like, you were like, oh, wait. I
He was
remember.
there,
He was
but-
mysterious. I don't remember what he...
I remember you stood at the table, but like Ben was
You
very.
remember I
Ben-
shit at the table?
I remember you being at the table.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I remember Ben,
I
but I
think
don't
I
remember
remember-
you.
I remember when I first met you because I went over to your apartment with Alex and Ben, and
Oh.
you were just like sitting smoking in your little bong, and I was just trying to talk to you because I was like, "Who's talking to this kid? What's going on?"
No
I
one's
do
talking.
remember you being at the table, but like Ben was very adamant about getting a job, so.
Of course.
And you weren't even my table.
Yeah.
Y'all like flagged me down for napkins or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love it. So y'all met senior year.
Well, I can tell you my first impression of meeting you for the first time, like actually.
Okay.
Okay, so like in
yeah.
senior.
Wait,
in-
really quick, let me just say, May was friends with one of my roommates. I
Okay,
lived in a
yeah,
quad
Mhm.
freshman year, so I knew of her. I knew she was friends with
Which
this boy.
roommate?
No, because if this ever gets out.
Chocolate rain.
There's also a
Wait,
YouTube video.
I'm bleeping all of it, whatever. You will not
It's
get a
getting
name
cut
on my
out.
podcast, okay? So anyways, she knew him, so I just knew that they knew each other, and then cut to now senior year. What was your first impression of me? You met me in
Okay, yeah.
illustration
So
class. We did
yeah,
classes
okay.
together,
So like
and we
we-
never had classes together
so
before that.
we were in
either.
the class. I was like, I guess I'll just like be friends with him. And I thought you were really.
Yes.
I'm sorry. For those of
I was
you
like-
who can't see this,
That's
my face
fake.
right now.
I was like, I guess I'll still just talk to him. Okay.
guess.
I thought you were really like. I thought you were like. Really like cunty. I thought you were like really like bitchy. Like I thought you were like mean.
Oh.
But that's probably just what people think about me. So like. I
You're
like. I thought
projecting.
you were like. I was like intimidated.
Oh.
And so like I was like
Ooh.
kind of
I come off
scared.
as intimidating.
Yeah, because
To
you're
some.
like no, because
Yeah.
you're like
Perhaps.
quiet and like yeah, you don't like
Yeah.
you don't like
give
you're
a
not like
shit.
super like friendly is what I'd say to like
Yeah.
random
Yeah.
people. Like you'll talk and like
Everyone
I talk
is
to-
nodding. Everyone in the room.
I
No,
was
she's,
nothing.
she's making
Yeah,
points.
yeah, so you're friendly if someone will like talk to you, but you're not the one who's gonna go up and like just start talking to like a group of people.
Yeah, no.
Like throughout like every like interaction I've seen of you, like you'll talk to them if like they talk to you, but you're not gonna like go up and like start talking, like making like small talk with like a bunch of random people. So
Yeah.
which is like all of like our major like can do like in order to like make friends, you really have to go to like a niche group of people and start talking to them about fucking anime,
Bullshit,
like
yeah.
Google bobblehead, whatever bobbleheads.
Oh,
and
those
the
Funko Pops.
Funko
I
Pops.
fucking hate Funko
Funko
Pops.
Pops.
And so
Pop.
like that's like the vibe. So like yeah, like I feel like you like definitely like kept to yourself. So then in that way, I found you like intimidating. So
Yeah. But your inner adventure girl was like,
Yeah,
I
my
need to
inner
crack
adventure
open this
girl, yes,
shell.
yes.
I need to crack
Yeah, so
open
then,
this
like,
shell.
I
Because once you
remember-
breach my shell, I'm like,
You
know,
really do look
like
like a nut. You really just want to crack and get up in there.
fucking crack in there.
Wait, do you remember what teacher do we have?
I'm not name dropping any other person I have to bleep, but I think it would be.
The ginger. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So I remember
okay.
like coming up to him and being just like, "What's like this time? Do you know what's happening?" Blah blah, blah. And then like
Yeah.
shit talking something.
Of course, because
Yeah.
that's my go-to.
So like that's like.
I'm like, oh yeah,
that
this is the
was-
assignment. Fuck this assignment. Fuck him and fuck that bitch
Wait,
who won't
so
stop
can I-
singing.
So we bonded over like hating him.
Hate
And
Oh shit! No, we
Tommy.
can't. I don't think we should put this out. I don't think we should.
Okay, so like you were just like a really like good like neutral person of like neutral like FIT energy because like a lot of the people that like go to FIT either have like just like a range of like really intense like
You're redeeming yourself,
flamboyishness
thank you.
or like extreme quirkiness, and you were just like a really good like in the middle like
He's normal.
on the scale
I
yeah
was
of like
raised-
normality. So like that you were like a safe like shelter place for me to like go when like everyone else was just being like really really crazy.
I've always been Switzerland. Seriously. Which
Honestly, I
is,
think we've been spoiled because obviously we don't know anything about FIT, and all your friends that you introduce us from school, I'm like, FIT looks like really, like all the cool people go there. Like everyone's cool and
'Cause
chill
I found
and
the
like,
cool ones,
yeah.
like,
But then you
friends
see a
can get along with each
TikTok of
other.
like what the fashion bitches are wearing to school.
No, because that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of
It's
people who are like just
whoa.
like so like pretentiously cool.
Yeah, I
like
can't
I
do
don't
that.
fit into that.
No.
So like I really like look for like a balance of just like
And you
okay, we're
found
normal,
each
we're chill.
other.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we did bond over some like stupid fucking shit because we all had to go through it. So naturally, you're gonna like gravitate towards the people that are like, literally directly struggling with the same shit you are.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was funny because we did have people who were very focused on one fucking aspect of life, like to boil it down to just basic activity or whatever. That's not a word.
Basic activities.
They're just very focused on one aspect. Like they're not open to other things. Like they're very like focused on one thing or one art style. And we would bond over that in a way that wasn't shit talking or like.
It can be shit talking though. That's healthy.
That is healthy because we would be like, oh, that's someone we have
Yeah,
to
it wasn't,
see.
it wasn't more like shit talking. It was more of like a eye opening. Oh, I haven't been able to like talk about this to this extent with another person who gets it as much as like.
Yeah.
And it's
that we-
validating
Yeah.
because you're like, yeah. So I feel like that was our first initial friendship encounter.
That can be a
together.
very bonding experience.
And
That's
it
why I've
was,
made
and
a
that's
lot
why
of
we're
friends.
like we brought
Actually,
them up,
we
yeah.
kind of became friends. Like we used to pass notes about someone.
Yeah, that would be considered bullying.
No, because that's I was just gonna say that we actually took off
would
the
actually
role of
be
bullying.
bullying.
We actually like low key.
We were
didn't
fifth
bully.
graders. You're ruthless.
No,
in
because we
fifth and
were
sixth grade.
seniors in college, and we didn't like bully, but we like definitely like formed an alliance
Excluded
out
a
of like
little
a
bit.
third, out of a
Yeah.
3-person group. We formed an alliance, and then we would like hang out behind their back.
There's something about being in like a triad. Like I used to live with a girl and her cousin, and like I became really good friends with the cousin
Yeah.
when I was originally good friends with the girl. There's something about being in a triad and leaving the third person out. So she-
I actually had a really
It's
bad
just,
like-
experience.
It's rough
with
for
a
them,
And
and
then-
it's so fucking hot when you're
it's
on the
kind of
upside.
sexy.
Hated that. We're not getting into that. But if you don't know, I've known her since first grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like we went to elementary school together. We went to
You've
middle
been
school.
in a
high
few
school.
corrupted triangles.
No, but in
Not together,
But not-
actually.
this- my
separate triangles.
It's always my triangles.
my trauma triad does not include her.
My trauma triad. That's the name of this.
My
this
triad
episode.
trauma.
The trauma triad.
Yeah. It was a church trip, which I liked my church. We had a really strong youth group, and so I think it was 7th grade.
Nothing like a
And
youth group.
if you were in the youth choir, every summer you'd take a trip. And there's a big trip one year and then a small trip next year. So we went to Chicago when I was in 7th grade.
To sing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sing, do mission work, like just
Okay,
kind of
that's
like
perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say like joyful noise.
no, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And I loved those trips honestly because we always found really good mission work to do. Like we always went to like a food bank or something. We always sang at some elderly home, you know,
Nice.
just like doing all the good shit, right?
They eat it up.
Never asking anybody to pray for their food, but just like singing and helping where we could because it's like 150 kids. Do you know how many cans of tomatoes we can go through in a food bank? Like we were on it.
At least 3.
It was my first trip, and I wasn't super into church before I got into the youth group. Didn't go a lot. My parents kind of stopped going. I didn't have a ride. I was in 6th grade. And so there were these 2 other girls that I was kind of close with in my year. And when you go on these trips, you like bunk with them. Like they split us up by grades and gender. And so I was kind of the odd man out. I was actually in my own. It was like a hostel, so it had like a living space and then 4 separate bedrooms in one room. And so all the 7th grade girls were in one room, and there were like girls together, and then these 2 girls had their own room, and I was in my own. And they were like, you can like stay with us, like we can move the mattress in, whatever, or something. So we did that on the first night, and it was all fun. They were including me, like we were having a good time. Granted, like they had more history together, they were closer. Next day, like silence from them, like weren't looking at me, weren't talking to me. If I went up and asked them a question, I'd get a 1-word answer and they'd turn around and leave.
There's shit to
it's
say.
crickets.
Like
It's giving Camp Rock, and you're Demi.
Yeah.
honestly, I was not cool enough. I wasn't, but so it was that, and that's just like, I mean, you're in 7th grade, right? That's like the worst feeling in the world. I didn't know what I did. All of a sudden, the 2 people that I knew and were comfortable with were shunning me. My older brother wanted nothing to do with it. I couldn't go like tag along with him. He told me to fuck off. And so I was kind of like on my own, and one of the chaperones who was like the nurse, like she was a nurse in real life and she was a chaperone. She was this old lady named Sheila.
I can see where this is going. You spent your summer with Sheila.
That is I love Sheila.
You were like,
I wish I could.
She
I wish I
got a
could.
boo-boo. She's like, Alex, we can't keep doing this.
She did help with some of my boo-boos over the years, for sure.
She was
but
like,
she introduced me to my friend Anna, who was in a similar situation, and we actually, like, I got a close friendship out of that.
She's like bottom of the pyramid girls.
Right. She's like, hey, this bitch is also like a bum. Like, yeah, like go with the other bum. No, but it was like, but that whole triad, like getting dropped, whatever. I'm not saying that's what y'all did. Very different.
I mean, I didn't drop. We didn't drop. We punted.
But also, you guys were in school and like it was professional. Like you were in classes. Like
we were like, let's get through this 3-hour class.
I'm not saying y'all were professional, but
that's it.
Like I was in a whole. I got on a plane, flew to a whole like big city, and we're like with our youth group, and the two girls that I barely know are like not talking to me one day, and I was like, huh, okay, so I'll just.
We also literally did that.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
We like would give each other silent treatments.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say, yeah, I'm the type of person I'll match the energy. That's the point. I will match your energy. So if you pick up the conversation and pretend like nothing's wrong, I'm gonna pretend like nothing's wrong. But if you shun me, I'm going full shun mode. I'm not talking to you. I'm not looking at you.
It was my idea first.
I'm not seeing you. You're not even existing.
No, because that gave
anymore.
me an unnecessary amount of anxiety to have in senior year of college that should not have happened.
I know, but
in senior year of college, that's so unnecessary.
How long did each of y'all live in dorms? Or like
3 years?
Yeah, the same amount of
housing.
time because obviously
You went
Corona
home.
was during it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
When you moved back for senior year, you were in an apartment, right? Like an
Yes.
apartment off
Yes.
campus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
we
did
the
y'all
same.
do a whole year?
We did the same
virtual
time.
Or like remote from? Did
from
y'all go
our
back home?
separated homes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I went back upstate.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And you
Didn't-
didn't move back until summer of 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, until
but
senior. I just moved straight to Brooklyn senior year.
right.
Well, yeah, because it happened a year forward for
Yeah,
us.
so summer 20 when we moved up here.
And again,
'Cause
I
we
didn't meet her
graduated
until
in-
after COVID. Or like I
Right.
didn't.
Yeah, that's
So
we
weird.
both.
That's
So
really
weird.
weird. Yeah, it's weird to think
Because
about.
I was like, wait, I didn't talk to you over the pandemic. I'm like, wait, we weren't.
I mean, the only reason we really reconnected is because COVID brought us both home because we didn't go to the same college. And then that's when you were like, I'm going to move up here. And I was like, yeah, that sounds great.
Make yourself a drink.
Yeah.
Can I pour some of this in mine? Is this yours?
Yeah, you can have that. I gave that to you.
Oh, period.
It
Okay.
tasted like dog breath.
Sorry. While I have you interrupted, I just want to say one thing, Pod. We're all just here catching up. These are friends we haven't like conjoined in a while.
Yeah.
There's some juicy shit I have to cover in this
Oh, yeah,
podcast.
no, that's
The intro.
I mean, yeah.
Ass intro.
I mean, I
but-
said let's take our time, and
Yeah.
we will take our time. But I do have some juicy shit.
Let's
like,
get
there's
into
some
it.
dick pics that might get thrown out because I promised Brooke something. She's so
Oh my god,
excited.
she's foaming at the mouth.
I
Now
can
we're
see
gonna
her
see-
boner.
I guess.
I can see her
Whose
boner.
dick pic? Yours?
It's you've already seen it.
Do
You're
you want
not
me to
getting
give
a
you- I
get a
pass.
No, I get a
No,
second
you're not
look.
getting a second
I
look.
get a second
Should
look.
I do
What,
a
are we doing it
professional
now?
OnlyFans rating?
Yes. Oh my
Wait,
god,
are you
you
the
did.
Do you do OnlyFans?
It's fuck off. I didn't know how comfortable we were. Can you get into your background and tell us a little bit more about like, are you like go off? Like, just
I
be
want to
like-
hear about
What?
it.
I want to hear about your muralist. I want to hear about your I want to hear about your
Because all of a
industry.
sudden I came here because
I want to hear about it.
And I want to say, I get a second viewing. You can't
and talk
withhold
about this
that
shit.
from
It's
me.
important. I am withholding.
No, you're not.
You're not seeing my PP 2 times.
if you're
in a
not
row.
Why
comfortable
can't I? I'll
sharing
show you.
it, then
Oh,
you
no,
don't
that's
have
fine.
to.
I'll show you my tits.
Okay, if there's an exchange, if I see a, can I say it?
Labia.
Yeah. If I see a.
Why do you want to
labia-
see that so
Girl,
bad?
she's not shaved, but you're welcome to take
yeah, I
a
was
peek
gonna say
down
because
there.
I was like, should I show you my vagina? But you've already seen my OnlyFans, so.
Should we all get naked? No.
Yeah.
I don't want to. No one needs to see my.
We're not doing
now.
I'll do an exchange though.
Okay, that's the only way you're seeing a second show.
I just don't have any pictures of it.
I've
You'd have
seen
to see
you-
it live.
You can either show me a labia or Venmo me $5 for my dick pic.
Venmo you $5.
Okay.
I'll pay you cash.
Wait, can I make a 10?
I don't think you want to see my labia.
That's
I
okay,
don't-
yeah. Send the Venmo.
Can I just give you cash?
Sure.
You're actually gonna give it $5?
Yes. So I'm the service industry. Anyway.
No, not even that.
That's a sex worker.
Check it- No, I am.
Yes.
I'm like, the
Pro
service
sex
industry
worker.
is my fucking fuel to my... Anyway, May, your background in not sex work.
Yeah. Wait. So first,
I
what do you
stopped
like?
your
What's your
punch.
day job?
Okay, so my day job now. So after I graduated, I am a muralist. So I work for like a whole like.
I've seen the
collective
socials.
thing.
Love
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Love it.
And they like send me around to like different job sites, so like I get all my work from them.
Are they all in the city?
They're all in the city, all over like the 5 boroughs. So that's where I get like, it's still like freelance, part-time, but it's like, I work like 50 hours a week.
It's
But
consistent
like it's
enough.
that's also what you love, right? Like you went to school for art.
Yeah, it is still me like like painting and like drawing and designing and stuff. However, I like work with like kids, which I don't like. It's not like my end goal, so like it's definitely just like a stepping stone. Like I basically am like a part-time teacher. Like half of the job is just like classroom sessions teaching kids in like 3rd grade. So that's like a whole like thing. So, yeah, so I like went from like doing OnlyFans to that. So that was special.
Duality of man, I like it.
Yeah.
Talk about a career
the
change.
versatility, the range, yeah.
Yeah. But so your OF period.
My OF period
was in college.
Was the same. It was the same OF period that every like OnlyFans girl had. It was like from the start of Corona to, I probably ended it like maybe like 4 or 5 months ago.
You fully ended it. It's done now.
No, it's still like
It's
up. I still
active,
make
it's just
residual.
haven't-
Yeah,
okay.
but I don't post on it at all anymore. I don't like make customs. I'll just like, if people see videos like on it that they want, like also send it to them and stuff. But yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you got into it. You just heard about it on the internet.
Yeah, just because everyone was doing it at that time.
Yeah.
And then, so when I just moved to Brooklyn, I like during the pandemic, like we got pandemic, it was like the heat of Corona, and I was like working at a pet store, and then eventually I was doing OnlyFans at the same time as the pet store, and then I had just like a lot of like beef with like the manager, and he ended up subscribing to my OnlyFans. And my like roommate is like on my OnlyFans, who also worked at like he had like a chain of businesses, like a supermarket, a grocery store. That's the same thing. A supermarket, a pet store, and a plant store. And she worked at the plant store, like the brother store to mine. And so like he like also like was her manager, and so he like subbed to my OnlyFans, which then like
led to her expose.
Yes. So it exposed her too. And he was like already like really creepy. So then I was just like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So then I quit, and so then I just did OnlyFans for like a year and a half until I graduated.
So, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah. I'm open to like any questions.
Yeah. I would dabble in OnlyFans, you know what I mean?
I can give you like the full honest.
Yeah, like, okay, so, like, what's the rate for all this shit? Like,
And also, what do you post?
No,
like, do you
what
do,
kind of
like,
videos do you
like,
make? I want to know
full
what
nudity, like, how much are these things worth on the internet like
okay,
that?
so because it was like so concentrated at the time that I was doing that, it is when like everyone's on it, right? So obviously if you're a person with influence, that's who's talking about OnlyFans, popularizing it, making it look so easy, they're making it look like, you know, you're making like money overnight, just because they like already have the fan base. Yeah, so like it really isn't. And then the other way that people were doing it obviously was because TikTok was blowing up at the time. So if you're like, you get TikTok famous really fast and then you're attracting people that way. But for like other people, it is like so difficult. It's not like that at all. So basically like you have to promote yourself on Reddit, and TikTok I got banned on like so fast, made new accounts, got banned on it, was not an option for me anymore. Eventually got banned on Reddit, and that's finally when I had to like put it to rest because I couldn't promote myself anymore. But basically like I'd have to like, you spend like at least like 2 hours a day just promoting yourself on Reddit, or you get like a manager. So in the beginning I was doing just like, I was like full nude but just like pictures. Eventually I did porn, but you don't make like that much money for it because like you cannot sell things. So like, okay, say like, so I would do like literally like, okay, an 8-minute video, like boy girl, it would be like $50. And then OnlyFans takes 15% out of it, and then you pay taxes.
So say 2 people
So
buy
you're
that video, you already lose $15, and then you have to pay taxes.
No, not
on
$15,
that.
15% of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So out of $100, if the video is $50 and 2 people buy it, it's $100. That's why I did the easy math, so Matt can do
That's
it.
why he said 2
Okay,
people.
yeah, okay.
Like, I can't. I would have done 3 because I don't know what 50
Well,
was
and
and what 50 is.
my question is like, do you just like did you just ask people to be in your video, or did you
No,
was
so I
like
would
collaborations?
I would do it with like whatever partner I had at the time. I also did do collabs where like I was paid like $2,000, so I would like do stuff like that on the side. But no, basically it was just like whoever I was with, I would do like vids with, and I would get like customer requests, and I'd be like, hey, let me do this to you. And they would
what
just
is
have to
that
be okay with it.
conversation like? Being like, can I film you? Us?
Some of them were open to it. Some of them would be like, I have to wear like a ski mask. Like I have tattoos. One of the guys was like, I have a really recognizable bed frame, and I was like, let me know what that means. Like, wait,
what?
He's the
Like,
Tinder
his bed
swindler.
frame is
I was
famous.
like, so my fan base is men,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like, which men are recognizing your bed
Right,
frame
right.
and are mad about it? Okay, I don't know. Like your boss, I don't think. Okay, whatever. Yeah, but like most of them would be like fine with it if you don't like show their face.
Right.
But yeah.
Which that's what porn is most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like there is a huge difference of if you think that like you can just be on it, post every once in a while, and not like put the work in. She
Yeah.
made no money.
Yeah.
I like really like, because if I'm gonna do something, I'm like gonna commit to it like fully until I'm like, okay, this isn't gonna work. So for like a year and a half, I did it like full speed ahead. Like I spent like so much money on like just like supplies and like ring lights and like professional like shit like that. And eventually I got like a manager who towards the end we scammed people by putting like he like had like a whole like bot, and he would like he had Tinder and he would like put it in like Louisiana or like Arizona or like Ohio or something, and then we would like
Message people
we would,
and then
yeah,
be
he
like,
would tell, he would pretend to be me, and then he'd be like, oh, like first like 3 people to subscribe to my OnlyFans, like get a meetup, and then they would subscribe for like $60. So every sub I was getting was $60 compared to like a $15 normal sub.
right.
And then
remember you telling me this? That
yeah.
was my first question.
love
I was
that
like, is
for
this
you.
illegal?
No.
like
You're just-
Technically,
you're
no.
just
no,
swindling.
no.
You're not breaking any
Gray
laws,
area.
but you are lying to men, which I
Yeah,
love.
and then so like
We
I would
laugh.
just be
That's
like,
not illegal. It's actually encouraged.
And then-
Yeah,
so
like
they-
go Anna Delvey.
they would just be like, oh, okay, so like did I like win it? And then we'd be like, no, sorry, like 2 people subscribed, and were you?
Yeah. I mean,
And
Yeah,
like how
like, no harm, no
stupid
foul.
are you? And
but
They
also
have
would they think they were
money.
gonna meet up
You know,
with you and
it
y'all were gonna
doesn't-
fuck in a
a $50
Starbucks?
like,
bill to
oh,
them is a $1 bill.
OnlyFans are like prostitution. Like it doesn't even like work like that in general. So like I
Yeah.
don't know like why you would think that.
Yeah.
But like they're in like Bumblefuck where there's like no hot girls there, so they're just like really desperate, so they'll like think anything. So
Yeah.
I was making like a lot of money that way. I don't think that it's like worth it to do it as like a side hustle, because unless you're putting so much time into it,
Unless you already have the following.
yeah, you're not gonna make that much money unless you like dedicate your like entire day to it. Because that's what I was doing. I would like wake up, I would like make, because it, you know, it was like my part-time like thing, so I would like try and make myself like a routine because I was like really committed to it. So I would like wake up, I would like film TikTok videos, I would like make all the content, and then I would like advertise everywhere. So like I don't think it's like worth it.
Worries
You want to
me.
know some like the crazy like requests
Really
we've
worries-
had?
it really
Okay,
worries
one of the
me.
requests we've had was like this guy was gonna send us in our mailbox like exotic cockroaches from like Madagascar, like the really really big ones, and he wanted us to
Don't say it.
step on them.
Oh, I thought you were
Could
accusing
you
us
have
to put
shoes
them
on?
in
I
you.
could do it with
No,
shoes
that's-
on.
No, I
He
wasn't
wanted
thinking
us-
put them in you, but I was thinking like put them on you.
No,
like, on
no,
your
he
tits
wanted.
or
Oh no,
something.
no, he wanted us to step on them like barefoot naked.
Ew.
How much were the
What's wrong
cockroaches?
with these people?
No,
How
I
much
don't- no,
was
no.
the value? What was he gonna pay you?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
step
know.
on a
I
cockroach
don't remember.
barefoot.
But like it wasn't
would.
enough. Like it wasn't enough. But like
I'd do it for
If she says it
$100
wasn't
right now.
enough, it wasn't enough.
Like a big Madagascar hissing cockroach.
That can fly.
No, it cannot fly.
No,
Yes,
they can fly.
they-
cockroaches
fly.
can fly.
Yeah, they fly. They fly.
Yeah, you're just rethinking your answer.
Yeah, they fly. That's like the whole, like,
200.
thing.
In that case, let's bump it up a bit. Shall
Yeah.
we? That's fucked up.
But like that's not even like the nasty shit. That's like just like a weird
That's
ass one.
wild.
I've thought about
Yeah.
selling my underwear.
Yeah, see,
That'll
also,
do well.
so like I've had friends. There's so many people who like don't want
Hi,
to fully.
bestseller.
There's so many people who like don't want to fully get into it.
It's
Who
not
are
a
like,
fucking book.
I'll just sell my underwear, like blah blah blah. But like it's so hard to like find people who will like actually end up like paying, and you have to like send it all the way there.
I know.
If you're buying my dirty undies, you're paying the shipping cost.
Of course, that's built into the price.
No, but like if you go on Reddit, there's like literally like 1,800,000 girls being like, I will send you my period underwear for $1.
They've messaged me before.
$1.
That like made the dog barf whine in my stomach curdle.
Dog bark.
I bring up shit stains and all of a sudden you can't stomach it.
I can't handle that.
You should too.
Listen, I try my
actually
best
don't
not to
shit.
have
I take it
them.
back.
It's just realistic. Sometimes you have a bad day.
I need to tell a story because I just the attention's been like off of me for too long. So like I just need to like get up in this mic. You know what I mean?
Tell a story then, because you love to preamble.
I love to preamble.
We're gonna be here for another 5 minutes.
Hey, it's Matt. It's me. I'm
Okay,
getting into story
what's the
time.
story?
No, I love to just get up with my listeners and just say, hey, it's Matt.
His listeners.
We're just gonna time him.
It's time for my story time. It's time for my story time right now. You can't even time it because I'm starting right now. So, I'm officially boarding up the windows, locking up my heart. Just like Bridget Mendler, the NYC dating pool sucks.
Here we and cheers to that.
I went out the other night, and this also ties into my other point that I am officially a 30-year-old twink, even though I'm 23 years old. Because in twink years, you are 10 years older, between 5 to 10 years older than your actual age.
Honestly,
So-
you're actually really worried about that because you were talking to me about working out today, which
Which that's how you know I'm scared.
you're working out.
I'm trying, might be trying to.
Like, I know we went on a walk.
Like,
We went on errands.
like, I'm gonna work at the Orange Leaf, Orange Theory.
Theory?
Not Orange Leaf. Orange Leaf is a frozen yogurt shop.
You're gonna work at Orange.
Anyway, so you're dead in twink years.
I'm dead in twink years, buried 6 feet under.
It was a nice funeral.
I was out last night, you guys, Friday night, which it ended up good. The other night, not last night, you know what I mean? A few nights ago, whatever. It's fucking Monday night. Happy Memorial Day! It's
Don't
time
you
for
dare
memories.
take that out.
It's time to
Also
memorialize.
in this country, am I right?
Anyway, yeah, right.
You got that from Twitter.
I know. That's why I said, "Am I right?"
I went out on Friday, and I was with Zach, who I'm always out on Friday with. You all know Zach. And I just slowly began to realize while we were at the promoter table, he had a bunch of other people at that table, and they were so much younger than me. And
How do you know?
because they were giving me at 18 years old in the fucking bar underage. Like that's what they were giving, and they were all swarming around the table.
Okay,
Well, that's where you go.
Yeah, but
as an
you don't-
underage.
I mean,
exactly.
But
And
also,
all
you
the
don't want
men-
to be 18 anymore.
The
No one
promoters
wants to be
help you.
18
I don't
anymore.
And honestly, if I wanted to look 18, I could. I could have shaved my beard that night, but I said, let's keep it on. Let's get crazy. Let's look 22.
Matt, if you told me you were 18, I would believe you.
Honestly.
Thank
right
you.
now.
Okay, yeah. So period. That's not the problem. Maybe I'm just ugly. But anyway,
Matt, you're the opposite of ugly.
I never showed you my penis. We'll get into it.
Pull it up.
Fine.
Pull it up right now.
Highness.
Yeah, we're talking about your sexuality. Let's talk
After I
about
finish
your
the story,
dick,
it's
too.
quick. It's a quick story. It's not long. I just quickly began to realize in the club that like no one here, like I need to find someone in between, and I did complete that mission.
Someone your age.
I
yeah.
did find someone my age. He's 23. He's a Pisces. His name is Beep.
That's gorgeous.
I almost said Daniel. I almost said the name that I kept calling him. He goes to school for neuroscience, which
Oh?
is so fucking hot to me because I'm like, that's what I'm all about.
Is that what you
Experience the
think
human.
neurology is?
It's the chemicals in the brain, the working of the brain.
Right.
It's the science of the brain. I'm aware. I've read I didn't.
I read the Wikipedia page before going on.
No,
the
I
day.
read a 67,000 word fan fiction about Liam Payne and Zayn
Oh
Malik,
my
where Zayn was a
God.
neurologist. Thank you.
Zane, a neurologist?
Anyway,
Get
my
out here.
penis is coming out. Let's go. It's time. It's time for my to come out. I'm like, where is it from? Where should I
Did
get
you
it
pick?
from?
Did you pre-select a photo for me to view?
I'm gonna pre-select it for all of you to see, and Alex, you better get that vagina pic ready because you're not getting it for free.
You think she
I'm
says
get-
vagina pics? on
I
her
don't
phone
take
maybe?
vagina pics.
Then go
I
in
have
the
a bunch
bathroom
of
and
tit
take it right
pics.
now.
I thought I was giving you $5.
It's gonna be a little bit of a half one, okay?
No,
And
I
this
want
is
the whole
a-
shebang. I want
Then
the
I'll
whole
give you
shebang.
$3.50.
I've shown you my beautiful handcrafted tits in person multiple times,
IRL.
and I don't even get to see a full pic of your dick.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see
Full
if I have
pic of the
one.
dick.
Do you want to? No, we're not going. there.
Don't give me options. Just pick one.
Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this. Hold on.
Let me get close.
No, I need a glass of. I need a sip of wine.
Let me cuddle up with the mic, just like
I
Mike.
need a sip of wine. I put it way over here so I wouldn't knock it. They're all gathering. They're surrounding me. There were 3 girls like on my dick, literally.
If you'd let us, okay.
We're all
you gotta
here
do
for
like
you,
a
ready.
I'm gonna like do a
yeah. Okay.
A slow,
Okay.
slow.
slow and live reactions into the mic. Ready? Oh my god, I like can't do this. Hold on. And
Just do it.
Just show us.
1,
Okay,
2, 3.
Oh wow, it's nice, Matt.
Yeah, wow.
a few months ago.
Hair, body, face.
But-
Oh, has it changed?
Do you look so
I've
different?
like manscaped a little bit more since then. Like I've
She's
been, like,
nice.
active.
Dang.
Yeah, that was my peeps. So, are we all a little bit closer now?
Placement too.
That felt very realistic.
You know, Alex just laughed because the audio turned white instead of red. Whenever, like, literally before I added a podcast, I'm like 70% audio immediately.
No, I genuinely wasn't expecting that.
You weren't? It looks big.
I
'cause
would
know
just
my
would have.
angles.
I would have thought it was
It's like
skinnier
this
though.
day.
I would have thought it was skinnier though.
No,
Right?
seriously.
Like,
No,
the
seriously,
girth is
like,
nice.
In real life,
I do not have size.
without good ankles, use your hands. The mic doesn't even need to know like how big is your dick. Like do
But yeah,
that.
do you have a measurement? Like, have you measured it with a ruler?
It's bigger than
Like
that.
from the base,
Yeah.
not the whole.
the
What
whole
are you-
thing.
What are you showing? Length,
Well, the whole
not
thing
girth,
includes
length.
the
No, the
ball.
base to the shaft. What's
The
the
shaft.
shaft length?
Count the balls too.
Well,
if it
the
makes you feel
I
better.
broke my arms the last time I tried to do this. I dislocated my elbows.
Right.
Okay, it's like
Nice.
Yeah.
Why are you showing it to us like this? Okay.
Why are you cupping it? Like, don't
oh,
cup
sorry.
it.
sorry.
It's straight.
Sorry, I was doing
It's
horizontal
vertical.
mode instead of vertical mode. Well, it's hard for
So
me.
you
to-
never measured it with a ruler?
It's. I'm not saying the number. I would say like almost there.
Okay.
Almost
Nice.
there.
Okay.
But girth is where it's at, and you've
And
got
you
like
got
it's
a
not
nice-
too skinny. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a good shape. I feel like that's like ultimate.
There's no
orgasm
weird like
shape.
leans.
No, there's no curvature.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I love a curvature.
I love a dick with
There's
a little
no,
bit of curve.
no, yeah, because that like kind of helps with the whole experience.
Yeah, but it makes it prettier if it's.
Yeah, because like you can
But I know it does
twist
not matter
it.
for men.
You have a pretty dick.
No, men don't fucking care. They're just like.
Okay, yeah, so
horny
I think
and
that's
want
only
it.
a woman thing.
Y'all got me a little bit
Wait,
drunk.
can we do a rating real quick? I want to go around. May, what's your rating of my penis?
Just like overall.
Out of 10.
Overall.
Yeah. You don't have to get specific. Just give like a number. It's fine. Don't think about it
Okay,
too much.
alright, I would say like 7.5.
Okay, great. Okay.
Can I tell you in comparison, like out of the 5 dicks that I've seen in real life, yours would be in the top 2 or 3.
I would give it an 8,
Oh, wow.
but I haven't seen that
What's
many
your
dicks in
number?
my life.
What's my number?
Yeah, what's your number?
Like, what do you rate him?
Oh, out
Like
of
everybody's
10?
rating-
Out of 10.
We're not asking.
I'm
for
not
a
good
number.
at
Everybody
rating
can,
things.
Out of
Numbers
10.
don't make sense in my
We
head.
know what
when
it
you're
is.
asking me a
It's
hard.
5.
Maybe.
What is it?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
I don't
we
just
can
tell you. I'm gonna copy Maisie and say 7.5.
Wow.
Because I'm not good at
So I
rating
got a
numbers.
23 out of 30 on the rating. That's
So
like
I don't know why you
second
keep
place.
loving to do math like this. Like it's
Yes!
still the same ratio. Like,
It's correction. It's me loving pretending like I know how to do math.
right. No, Ella, you're doing great.
Okay.
This just reminds me of last podcast where I asked you, where do you keep it?
Do we remember? Oh yeah.
Because like
And I
that's a question I have. Like where do men
Where does
keep
it
their
go?
dicks?
I know, right?
I know
can't
you
even
don't
tell I have a
talk.
penis.
Let's
or
look.
But is it? But you're a grower then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And that is a real thing, guys. For
No,
real.
yes, we know.
We've seen.
Well, for
we
me
know.
personally, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like everyone's a grower because, like, what your dick is just like that length. But how does that work?
I don't know.
'Cause you-
Sometimes I see these gays walking down the streets and
Well,
their
it's
dicks
'cause-
are swinging.
It could be because of body proportion. It could be because of what they're wearing. Because half the time they're not wearing shorts. They're wearing their tidy fucking whiteies on the streets of HK.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost booty short season.
No, like
No,
booty
it's
shorts
already
are-
started.
It was
I've
out
seen
in
two-
April.
I've seen too many dicks this early in the year.
I
Like,
saw
it's-
upper thigh. In
Oh my
April.
god, I saw a dick yesterday at work.
Oh yeah,
What?
voluntarily. You told me.
No,
earlier.
not voluntarily.
Involuntarily.
Involuntary?
Un.
No. I was setting up the shanty, the outdoor seating, and some guy came and stood outside of the shanty, and he was standing there. So I'm putting plates down, I'm putting menus down, and I look over, like, what's he doing? Peeing against the side of the shanty, dick out, saw it, hated it. 2 colors. It was curved, and it was like curved in like a
Were you
disfigured way.
analyzing
It was mangled.
To like the left or the right.
No, it was burned in my head. I took one little look and I went, seriously? And then I immediately went inside.
And
Was
And
it
it was-
old?
It was he was like an older, not like he was. I would say he was like an older.
Was he homeless?
I'm not gonna make
Did he
that.
look dirty?
I mean, he was peeing against the side of a shanty, so he doesn't have access to a bathroom.
Yeah, but men just do that when they do too.
Yeah, they
So,
because they
yeah.
could just whip it out and do
Yeah,
that.
Matt, do you know?
Also,
what?
also
You get
pee
bubble
related.
yes.
Yeah, all men do that. All men do
A
that.
couple days ago, my dad, growing up,
When
would
I'm drunk
sometimes
enough-
pee outside rather than just go
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
bathroom
yeah, yeah.
inside. They love to pee outside.
I remember my dad would like when we finally would get home after like a long drive in the driveway.
Oh yeah, immediately
he'd go-
outside or
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
out in the yeah.
And I would do it too.
I
And
will
would
say
do it
that
too.
my dad never did that.
I had your dad's weird, a little bit different.
My mom's done that inside of a restaurant bathroom.
A couple days prior, I was walking to work and some guy's peeing in a corner against a trash can on our street, and it's trickling through the vein of the cement blocks, and I had to step over his pee trickle. I was
There's
like,
a lot
"You
of
guys."
pissers on our street.
Lots of pissers.
I've seen it too.
This is Piss Street. It's Piss Alley.
There's also lots of trash and rats.
But that just
There's a lot of
boils.
trash.
That's just New York.
I think that just
though.
boils like men's arrogance, like in a bottle. It's just they just think that they just pee wherever they want. Because I think even if women could do that, women wouldn't do that.
I would do that.
I would pee outside.
I would
if
pee in my own backyard, but I wouldn't. I don't think I'd pee on the
have
street.
peed in my own backyard.
Same.
I've peed in your
Awareness.
backyard. I've thrown up in your
You
backyard.
got a lot of shit in my backyard.
Yeah.
Can I just say it comes down to a matter of self-awareness because I am, as you may have clocked
I mean,
me
if
for
there's
a
no
second
one
ago.
around.
Listen, I am very like pee shy. I'm very self-aware of my surroundings, so that plays into that because I'm like everyone is around me right now and they can hear this and like I don't want to blah 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 whatever. At the same point, on the contrary, women are statistically more self-aware than men. That might not be an accurate statistic, but I think that we can all agree that's probably an accurate statistic.
I think it's true.
I think it's true too. So in that sense, yeah. But I feel like a lot of men wouldn't just whip it out. They'd be like, I need to find a bathroom, or like, where the
Yeah.
fuck's the bathroom? And then they'd get gross in the bathroom. But anyway, we are
Anyway.
running. So let me see what I got there. I have one more point on my list. It's my birthday in twink years. Got through that. I showed Brooke my penis. Showed everyone my
Was that on your
penis.
list?
That was on my list.
Aww.
I'm officially out of the dating scene. Yep, got through that. Oh, this one. I don't know if you guys heard it because you're local HK neighbors. I woke up to 9/11 this morning.
Yeah, I
It was
hear that.
so loud.
Babe, I checked HK Neighbors Facebook group.
No.
And the first thing is, y'all heard that? Babe, I was like, this is it.
That- where
the
it's
plane is
over.
crashing. It was a huge plane noise, just like,
Yeah,
like
I'll
the
tell you what
whole-
it was.
At what time?
Everything was shaking. It was like 4 a.m.
No,
Why
it
would
was,
they do that?
No, it wasn't
5
4
5 a.m.?
No, it was like 10 a.m. because I woke up an hour later and called you.
Yeah.
Wait. No, it woke me up. I wasn't still up.
Yeah.
It woke me up.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
woke
it
you
was.
up. Yeah, that shit will
No.
wake anyone up. Except Brooke, I guess.
She didn't wake up.
Fuck, did you sleep through that? It
No.
sounded like New York was going down.
I don't sleep. I
Babe,
can't.
I was laying there, woke up to that, and then I was just bracing myself because I was like, it's gonna hit a
No,
building.
I just know I'll die in my sleep.
No, because
Like,
guys, the worst part about that whole experience, the explosion sound, was that I didn't flinch. I like heard it and was like, and went back to sleep.
I woke up until it stopped, and then I fell back asleep like very easily. But like for a second, I like had myself suspended in like a half awake, half sleep, where I was like, am I gonna die?
I'm just gonna give you a walk by of my morning, okay? It was maybe I'd estimate 10:05 a.m. I wake up, I check my texts. I have a few texts from May. I'm sleep texting you, I think. I was definitely sleep texting her, being like, blah, blah, blah. 10:07 comes by. I'm like, oh, blah, blah, still sleeping. 10:08 comes by.
let me see what your screen says.
10:09.
But what was it?
I'm
How
still
many times
asleep.
was it?
It was just airplane noises.
It was fighter
wasn't-
jet?
it
Oh
wasn't
no! You know what it was?
explosions.
It was the Fleet Week. The fucking Air Force guys
Probably.
were flying around, probably.
Or like getting
That's
a
what it
send
was.
off.
That's what the comment was. The comment. We honestly might as well have been hit by a comment because it was that fucking loud. It was the fighter jets. It was. That was my last point on my list, but that was fucking crazy. Can't believe you slept through that. You didn't hear it because you were in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I don't live here.
Yeah, so you didn't hear it. Do I have anything else?
Yeah, someone's fucking around on the pier, or they were leaving, or something.
My last point before we talk about something really crazy is religion. No, we're not getting into it. Don't worry. You know I never liked it. We're just the tip of the iceberg here because we're short-term memory. We can't. Yeah. According to Jerry News on Instagram, which is, where I get 100% of my news, it says that 50% of Americans say that they believe in God, which means that the other 50% doesn't. My question is, though, for everyone in the room, after the past 5 years of chaos, how is it statistically that high still? Like, how do you still believe in a higher power after what we've all been through in the last 5 years?
Oh, because it's easier to believe in a higher power.
It drives people the opposite way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's
like
so
people
much
are
easier.
still turning. They're like,
okay, that was my question because I'm like,
if you're already pretty religious and all this goes on, you cling to your faith to get through all the hard times that have happened.
It also, I think it sucks the most for people our age because we are so young, but also
we have no hope.
And now we're adults, and it feels like our
7
world has crashed and burned.
Several times, mind you.
Yeah.
The world was supposed to end in 2012.
yeah, but then people
that basically
kicked
kicked things
like,
off.
oh, we have we have Ebola and we got over that, and so that's just how Jesus, God.
No, for
pushed us
sure.
through, and, blah, blah,
Just
blah,
use
say
that,
that.
yeah. Ebola never really came to the U.S.
Or, I don't know.
It
like,
came
they were
from Dallas.
They were the great. The bubonic
JFK
plague.
was shot in Dallas. Ebola got here. What else we got?
Monkeypox.
Your 2 museums, the JFK and the Ebola
Well,
museum.
why do you think JFK got a museum? He was killed in Dallas.
Oh.
On the grassy
They're
knoll.
gonna say because he got Ebola.
I used to, when my friends would visit, I would drive them past the apartment complex where the first case of Ebola was found in the U.S.
Oh my
That's
god.
so nice.
And you were
Some
like, should
tour
we go
guide.
out?
I'd be like, you want to go in? It was just on the way to the bookstore
How do
we
you
were
know
going to.
which apartment that was?
Because it was all over the news.
Which apartment was it?
The Ivy over by
On Skillman?
no.
Or no.
No, it's
We'll have
down.
to
It's
check
around
this.
that house that's yellow.
Uh-huh, right.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
That was my list.
Lovely.
Oh, that's a great list.
No, there's something that we need to talk about. That is why I primarily wanted our guest here tonight. Is because May has a story that I need to hear for the first time, that you guys are going to hear for the first time. I need to hear it because I've been kind of looped in on it, and it's just a progressing story that I need
Ooh.
full
It's
bases
breaking
covered.
news?
So this is the
breaking-
conclusion.